My husband sabotaged me for my promotion, and my coworker helped him. My name is Mary, I'm 34, and I used to think my husband was just bad with money. Turns out he was worse than that. We lived in Salt Lake City, and I was the one keeping everything moving. I handled the bills, the appointments, the panic when things got tight. He smiled, acted calm, and somehow always had an excuse. For years I believed I was the problem because I worked too hard and asked too many questions. At my company, I'd been up for a promotion for months. I earned it. Everyone knew it. My manager even told me, Mary, it's basically yours. Then my husband started acting weird around one of my coworkers, Jenna. A little too friendly. A little too casual. I noticed it, but I was already exhausted and honestly trying not to be paranoid. The day everything cracked was stupid. Small. I was in the break room when I heard an awkward silence outside the door. Like the kind that makes your stomach drop before you even know why. Then Jenna laughed nervously and said, wait, you didn't tell her. My husband's voice came next. I thought it was handled. I opened the door and just stood there. Frozen. My husband was there. In my office. During a lunch visit he was not supposed to make. And Jenna was right beside him, holding a folder. I said, what am I missing? Nobody answered right away. That silence was loud. Then Jenna looked down at the papers and shoved them toward me like she wanted them to disappear. Inside was a report with my name on it. My work. My numbers. But the comments had been changed. Sloppily, too. Someone had marked my project as incomplete and poorly managed. It looked like a setup. My husband exhaled and said, it's not what it looks like. I laughed, but it was ugly. Then explained why my husband is in my office with my coworker and my promotion file. Jenna went pale. Mary, I didn't know he was going to. He was going to what? I asked. That's when it clicked. He had been feeding her false details, pushing her to submit edited notes, sabotaging me from the inside. Not just at work. At home too. The overtime, the late nights, the fake support. He'd been building his own little version of me as someone unreliable, so I'd look bad when the decision came down. And it worked. For one day. My promotion was stolen from me that afternoon and given to Jenna, who smiled like she'd won something clean. I didn't scream. I didn't cry in front of them. I just took pictures of everything. The files. Their texts on his phone when he got stupid and left it unlocked. The emails. The calendar invites. Even the notes from security showing he'd been in the building without clearance more than once. Then I went straight to HR and the ethics office. 3 days later, they called everyone into the main conference room.